So Sikkim bagged the award for being the most film-friendly state, right, last year. What is it that you implemented, to achieve this feat, and what are some of the things that you're doing in the coming years?
Namaste, warm greetings. Firstly, thank you for having me here. Sikkim won the 67 National Award as the most film-friendly state, and it is a great achievement for us because it's the second smallest state in India, which has which is just of 7,096 square kilometers, and having said that, still, it's like earlier, if you see, Sikkim was far more not reachable through connectivity, or maybe in film line it was not much ahead. But now, if you see, there are lots of films coming and approaching the government, and there are lots of filmmakers making films in Sikkim, and Sikkim is a reservoir of natural resources. It offers natural beauty with beautiful landscape and snow-capped mountains, colorful valleys, lakes, rivers, and you have varieties. You have half the Sikkim portion is towards the east and north. You have white covers which is filled with snow, and towards west and south of Sikkim it's lush greens. So you have a film set, a natural set in one platform in the entire state, So, and to ease out more on filmmakers coming there, shooting, we try to do the Sikkim government under the dynamical leadership of Shri Prem Singh Tamangoli sir. So what he did firstly, from my viewpoint, was constituted a film board, Sikkim Film Promotion Board, right? So then he created, the government created a film policy which was quite, lucrative, and which looked quite friendly to the filmmakers. And it also offers a good amount of subsidy schemes. Like there is a subsidy scheme of Indian 1 crore for a filmmaker who would come shoot in Sikkim, just under 2 criteria, that is like 75% of the film has to be shot in Sikkim, and 50% of cast and crew to be used as locals. And those kind of initiatives were taken. Other than that, we also had a Global Film Festival 2020, which was quite a success, and we have made it as a calendar event, and we will be doing that every year. And that attracted, or maybe those people who were not aware about a small Himalayan region, towards the northeast, got to know or became aware of such place, and now it's identified. Lots of people are just now become more warm, and they feel that it's such places should be. Otherwise, only places like Kashmir and Shimla were highlighted, but now they would be like, like Vijay sir. When I came, sir was already telling his colleagues about Sikkim, right? Because he has heard that, Sikkim government is ready to give such kind of schemes, or maybe making it very easing out on the filmmakers. So they would want to come and experience that, or maybe shoot at least once. So we did such kind of things and made it like very investor friendly, filmmakers friendly, directors friendly. So maybe because of the very reason we got back with the award. And we are yet to, about the infrastructure development, we are yet to, because we are still new to it. And in this 2 years period of time, we've done quite a lot, I think that was unseen earlier because Sikkim not just caters to the need of Sikkim, but other states as well. Like we are 8 states in the northeast. So Sikkim is the first state which has taken the step of having or developing or setting up of eco-heritage film village. It's a film city, but we are giving this name. Our chief ministers announced the name as Eco-Heritage Film Village, wherein we'll be having these studios, we'll be having a writer's retreat, starting from pre-production to production to maybe post-production. We're trying to build in certain things, So when the government itself is so much, full of vision, and, they understand, like not just Sikkim. I want to give credit to the UP government. I think Yogi Adityanath ji, I think, took a very bold stand of having a regional, focusing more on the regional cinema and having own film city in UP. I think that was a great move. So likewise now Sikkim is taking this initiative, sir, and we are looking forward to working more on how to make it, or how to do ease of business with the film fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for all the good work that you've been doing. I think I've heard some great stories. So more power to you. Just a question. So when it comes to, let's say, the requirement is 75% of the movie being shot in Sikkim, which would mean, an average time of maybe anywhere between 20 days to 60 days, depending on the budget of the movie, right? In terms of accommodation, hospitality, are you also providing any support to people who are coming and shooting in Sikkim, or it's to them to kind of go and manage it on their own?
Yeah, we have, along with the film board, we have a film facilitation office, a branch, which the Government of India initiative, Film in India, and other initiatives such as, film creation of film facilitation office under NFDC. So similarly, we are working on the same pattern like GOI, Ministry of INB. So our Department of IPR has created, it's under the Department of IPR. So we have FFO, wherein we have a single window clearance system, wherein all the liaison work, all the permission will be facilitated through the film board itself with FFO. And it's not just not just investor friendly, but it is a place, a point wherein lots of skilling can be done. So for skill development also we're working, because we are very much new, like senior filmmakers like them could, if they could come and groom our people, the locals out there in our region. So it will be very much an added advantage, or maybe it would benefit all of us, on both the parties. For filmmakers who could come, because it will be a burden for them to get all the crew and come long journey, that traveling accommodation, like you said. Yeah, we are also working on, and we are trying to, what I have approached the government for is trying to make Sikkim a free shooting destination. All the location will be provided free of cost, and we will be helping all the permissions. And for the logistic parts, hotel, accommodation, and because it will help the travel industry as well. So we will try to do as much as subsidies possible for that.
Ma'am, moving to you, just a bit more about the film facilitation office. How is it really helping the filmmakers? The kind of process that it follows, the timelines that are required to kind of take permissions and start shooting. A bit about that.
See, India is a diverse country with varieties of culture, varieties of tradition, beautiful heritage, glorious past history, right? And it has, if you see, like it offers beautiful architectures as well. So for a shooting point of line, everything is already there. Like I somehow feel it's already a set in itself. But main problem here is getting permission from various states wherever the filmmaker is trying to shoot. So in order to ease out on that, in order to facilitate that, the union government has come up with, I told you about the film facilitation office. Ministry of INB has created film facilitation office under NFDC. So within that, it offers, it kind of plays a vital role as in getting all the permission done to ease out a filmmaker. And likewise, serially now, it depends on the state government who are taking those initiatives or not. So, but our state, like Sikkim, for an example, has taken up the similar step. So we have created film facilitation office. So we are working on that. And likewise, I feel like it's responsible for other states as well to take up FFOs. Because if each and every state has FFOs, I just heard problems from the director's point of view that it's difficult to get the permissions. It's difficult to get the liaison work, and with the hotel accommodation, through logistic support and all the support from the government, and even the people there, the locals, and so from a business point of view, having FFO is very, very important. It's very crucial, for any film to be made in a particular area. So that way is like, if FFOs, like how FFO, what's the role of FFO, if you see, it's like not just working out on the permission, like to also give access online, digitally, you know, wherein whatever their requirements are, like starting from artists, or maybe pool of talents if they already have in a data bank, you know, so it will be easy for them to look out what they actually want. Yeah, so if we can have work more on digital platform through having a proper unified, like not just only in states, but India as a whole has a data bank of, you know, various states wherein everything is worked out, you know, from the shooting locations. I have brought, we know Sikkim government has already been, I think in this case it's pretty forward. We have already launched a film catalog wherein we have 100 film shooting destination as well. So it's on your table right across. You don't have to go for a recce, you don't have to travel, you know, you can cut down on your time. So and then you can get that in e-copy as well. So I think if FFOs could, you know, the role of FFO is also to ease out for the filmmaker for recce, shooting and giving permission, single window clearance, and many other things. So it's very important for a film part of view, for entire film fraternity, starting from direction, production, or maybe, you know, not just, and we also need to talk about film tourism. You know, we are just talking on skilling and, you know, film growth. But if you see, as a whole, India needs to grow on film tourism, like, because if through films, you know, that idea comes, you know, like for example, Miami is a place where you go for a vacation, you know, vacation on Miami beach. That's how a film is created on your mind. That's your state of mind. So it's not just state of art, it's state of mind. So it can take you anywhere. So if we make such things, you know, appear, so I think I think it will be work like a wonderful medium, you know, government taking up such roles, such as creating FFOs. Thank you.
Thank you. I think this is a good way to bring an end to this session. Clearly, FFOs are the first step, right? Of course, there's a lot that needs to be done. But I think on one very important point that you made, which is film tourism, right? I think we've all been talking about it, but I think we as an organization are also very, very keen. In fact, we had a conversation with a few people, and in fact, the work starts from our side at least when we get back to Delhi. So I think this is a great way to kind of start. But I think there are a lot of key points that have been discussed, a lot of valuable inputs that have been shared by you. Also, thank you very much. I'm sure somebody from FICCI has taken down these notes, because I think what we now need to do is kind of start putting things into action, right? So I think FICCI will have to work with the central and state governments to come up with something that is kind of meaningful and that solves for the asks that you have, because the intent is like the session is aptly named, India is the most favorable shooting destinations. There's a lot that needs to be done. But thank you very much for your inputs, and thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.